From a city that's played host to 10 Super Bowls, here's a look inside the Mercedes-Benz Superdome in New Orleans. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Atlanta Falcons and the New Orleans Saints. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line.
The Saints take over first and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
Ready. We're waiting. Heavy on the edges. Hey, Q. We get it. Slam. Hey, Q. Good night.
They'll run it for the first time with Alvin Kamara. And he's upended after a gain of 4 up to the 25-yard line.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
From the 25 on second down. Breeze out of the backfield. That's complete to Kamara. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5.
I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you can create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out of the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so. It gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it, and really gets them amped up as they go forward. Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
Well, that'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt, and the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Ryan will bring the Falcons up now, 1st and 10 at their own 26. Now the first carry here for Todd Gurley. And he's going to get about 7 yards on that one, up to around the 33.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. They go play action with Ryan. And he can't escape the pressure. Ryan goes down. Marcus Davenport, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. So the sack pushes him back, and now 3rd and long for Ryan and the Falcons. From the shotgun, Ryan. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 yards and a first down for Atlanta. On first down, it's Gurley. And he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line. Malcolm Jenkins up to make the stop.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. And for the Saints here on 3rd down, an extra defensive back on the field. From the gun, it's Ryan. It's caught. Jones. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. A nice pickup there, 18 yards, first down Falcons.
I don't believe that this opening drive is surprising to either one of us after the time we spent with the coaching staff and players prior to the game. What about you?
Absolutely. Not only that, under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Cameron Jordan in there to get him, and on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. Charles, a little bit of feast or famine on this drive. They moved the ball okay, but they've been sacked twice now.
And they've got to figure out how to plug that leak a little bit, right? Keep them away from the quarterback, because when he's not being hit, as you mentioned, they're moving the ball well.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Yeah, good game catching the ball in the backfield a week ago, and they're going to try and involve him in that way in this game as well. But you can tell scouting is taking over. They're making it a little bit more difficult.
But defensively, they told us, hey, we've got to take him out of the passing game, limit it to just short runs, because he can really impact this offense. They do get 18, but even that won't be quite enough. It's 4th down. It would be a very makeable field goal try from here, but instead they're going to go for it. On the carry, it's Olsen. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there.
Mike 25! Mike 5-4. Hey, let's get that ball. Hey, take 10.
From the red zone now, here's Ryan on first down. And he finds his tight end, Graham. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
And, partner, I think that's a great example that not all tight ends are created equal, because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Now Ryan. And he's got his star receiver. It's Jones for the Falcon touchdown. Julio Jones, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll check on his status when we get back.
Ready.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And on the first drive, 3 and out. And I know that these are professional athletes, but I would imagine sometimes you get the nerves at the beginning of a game still, don't you?
Those don't ever go away. And typically what I've heard from guys and what I remember from playing, if you don't have nerves at the start of a game, it's not going to be a great day for you. You're not really ready to play. So finding a way to harness those nerves and not let them affect you in a negative way, that's what all the guys are looking for.
Ready? Hey, we got tight left. Watch tight end. Watch tight end. Key him. Ready, cut.
From the 29, Breeze. And the catch made. This is Emmanuel Sanders. 14 yards is the pickup. First down, New Orleans.
14 yards. And the Saints, first down. 1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Ready. 5-9. Check Mike 45. No gain on. Hey, kill.
Throwing on first down is Breeze. He's going to float this over the middle, deep. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Ricardo Allen with a pick.
The good old cover 3 defense, partner. When you start playing football as a safety, that's the first thing you're taught. Middle of the field, be as deep as the deepest receiver in any zone, and break on the football when it's thrown and pick it off, just as we saw there.
Very good starting field position for the Falcons offense as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 10 yards there and a first down for the Falcons.
20. Ready to go.
Gurley again here on first down. He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
That one, a gain of 20 and a first down.
Tremendous blocking by the interior of the offensive line. They didn't just gash him there. They blasted a gaping hole for him to gallop through. I think if he comes back to the huddle, he better be giving them a whole lot of credit and thanking them for that much space to rumble.
And he's taken down here by the Saints. Cameron Jordan has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. So second and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Now it's Ryan. Finding room to the 20. This one caught by Ridley. And finally taken down at the 15. A good pickup there. 18 yards as they get closer for third down. The Falcons on third down. They've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. Ito Smith, his first carry. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. They run. It's Gurley. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football.
That's what I'm talking about. Nice hit, boy.
Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
They'll try and push it in with Gurley. Well, I don't think Gurley got there. Looks like the defense held him back. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th. Defense didn't budge on third down. Now what are we going to see on 4th?
We are soon to find out, but does this feel like old school football or what, right?
Yeah.
This is an old-fashioned goal line stand. I know what I would call on offense. I would go for it. And I want some type of a play where my quarterback has a chance to run it or throw it. I don't just want one static play.
And his kick is right there. It's good. And that will make our score 9-0. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that that happens because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And this is a unit that, to be frank, doesn't look like they've woken up yet. I mean, a punt and a turnover on their first 2 drives.
And I think the game's starting to take shape a little bit now. And I'm going to take it into the basketball world. When you're having trouble scoring or moving the ball in basketball, what do? Get it to their best player, right? Find a matchup, create it, exploit it, and try and move the football.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Breeze leaves this one with Kamara. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down. Earlier this half, you were wondering how the defense was going to handle him defensively. Were they going to bottle him up at different levels, so to speak, is what you said. What have you seen so far?
Well, I think they've been absolutely terrific because it feels like on every play, if we were watching this in the film room, when they clicked off the film or stopped it, you would see 11 shirts of that same color right there in the frame trying to tackle it. That's what you're looking for.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Ready. We're waiting. 21. Come on. Hey, check Mike 45. Check Mike 45.
Breeze now on first down. Gets this to a standout receiver, Thomas. Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season as they are now on the board here in the first half. The way this one was going, you just got the sense they needed something before half. They've at least got something on the board now. Still trailing, but a good sign.
That takes me back to our preseason tour of NFL camps. You remember we talked with that one coach who said his emphasis this year was scoring in the last 2 minutes of a half, heading into the locker room. This hits it right there. Take that momentum, take that good feeling, and take it to the locker room. And start over. They got it here.
They did indeed. A lot of football, full half to be played. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. You're under a minute to go here in the half. Field position not really in your favor, but still time to try and move the ball and get in field goal range. Yeah, you've got the lead. It's definitely a thought. Let's go ahead and try and increase it. But at the same time, I don't like the odds. I don't like where they are on the field. Got the lead. They've done well in the first half. Don't mess it up and go into halftime looking at each other wondering what if.
20.
On first down, Ryan. And he gets this one to Ridley complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. The Falcons going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. Ryan now nearly perfect. 9 of 10 in this first half. It's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Ryan. He completes it to Jones. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. It's a gain of 16, first down Falcons. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. Ryan now, only one pass has hit the ground for him. 10 of 11 thus far. It's 1st and 10. Now it's Ryan. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. Julio Jones in the final seconds of the first half. And the Falcons push further out in front. This time, the extra point up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready?
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
The Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway.
Come on now, let's go.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Open receiver, that's Hayden Hurst, the tight end. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
First down, Falcons.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Here comes carry number 10 for Gurley. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Atlanta.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, but a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. They go play action here on first down. Complete to Jones. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Atlanta. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover and double and triple and do what you have to do? But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kiko Alonso, and he'll be brought down at his own 10-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
10 yards, good for his Saints, first down.
First and 10 at the 20-yard
Ready?
line.
5-8, 5-8. 45. Defense wins championships, baby. Tonight.
Breeze now on first down. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3.
Hey, Delta.
Throwing now is Breeze. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line.
Well, that was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the first down, and that's exactly what he did.
On 1st and 10, here's Breeze. And his throw's going to be incomplete. The target that time, Michael Thomas. And now it's 2nd down. 2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line.
Here I come again. Here I come again. Sammy. 45.
Now Breeze again. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 7 yards on the play, and it'll be 3rd down.
Ready? 95-56, 95-56. Check tight. 12. Ready, tight.
Well, again, they'll throw with Breeze. And this one complete to Smith. First time they've looked his way in this game. He comes through, picking up the first.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Breeze now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And he'll be brought down somewhat awkwardly here, and a late flag as well. I think this one's going to be a face mask.
Let's go.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Again, it's Breeze. Out of the backfield, that's complete to Kamara. A gain of 4 on the play, and it'll be a 2nd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Breeze to throw again. Forced out to his left. He's going to take off with it. He'll wind up getting 4 there on his own, but it will leave him now with a 3rd down situation.
Okay, he's not going to get the 1st down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Shotgun now for Breeze. That's complete. It's Collins. And that's going to be good for another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 12-yard line.
1st and 10 at the 12-yard line.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. And that'll do it for the end of the 2nd quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Now a 1st down carry. It's Kamara. And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Easy, opposite. 6-6, pull it high. Watch twins, check.
On 2nd and 9, Breeze. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
Good. I full, ready.
They'll go for it. It's Breeze. Got a man open. It's Thomas. It's a touchdown for New Orleans. Michael Thomas with touchdown number 2 in the game and now 11 on the year as they have now chopped this lead down to 3. Lutz good on the extra point, and the lead is down to 2. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They've been asleep for a little while on this side of the football, Charles, and the score is just a one-score game now. Haven't had any points this half. What gives?
Let's go old school here. All right, let's get back to the basics. Get back to running the football, high percentage throws. Find the guys that eat pressure and make plays for you and make sure they touch it.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Gurley. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
So much for the run on 3rd and 1. Instead, it's a big chunk in the pass game. 1st down. Ryan now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. A run with Gurley there on 1st down. Going to get about 4 yards. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
Here's Gurley now out of the gun. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 10 yards there and a first down for the Falcons. Some good games going on in the early window. This might be the best of the bunch. Here's Ryan. And he can't escape the pressure. Ryan goes down. Marcus Davenport make that now 8 sacks for him on the season. So after a rare misstep on this drive, they'll try to make amends on 2nd and 15. Back to the workhorse today. It's Gurley. 5 yards will get them back to the original line of scrimmage, but now they're looking at 3rd and 10. Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. And that is incomplete. There was the pressure you were talking about, force the incompletion.
And it doesn't always have to end in a sack, does it? Sometimes you can make a good play by forcing the incompletion with the pressure.
And this one is right through. And that will push the lead up to 5. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that, they had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
2nd and 10 now from the 27. Here's Breeze to throw. They'll set up the screen now to Kamara. We've got a one-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They face a critical 3rd down now, needing a score here in the late going. Back to throw, Breeze. Got him in. He finds Sanders. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. The Saints first down there on a gain of 11. Off the play fake to Kamara. It's Breeze. He's going to let it fly. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They run with Murray. And he's over midfield and into Falcon territory. An incompletion, now a short pickup. That's not going to do it.
Yeah, you've got to get to the line of scrimmage quickly, get set up, and aim downfield.
3rd and 4.
5-8. 36.
They'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. That would have been a tough catch, but in this 2-minute drill, those are the ones you really hope your guys come up with.
Yeah, you don't want your guy to be able to take the out because it was a tough catch. You needed him to come up with that one, because if he does, it alters the perspective of this 2-minute drill, doesn't it?
Hey, orbit.
Breeze to throw for it on 4th. The Sanders has got it complete. 12 yards there, good for a Saints first down.
Pardon, you got to like what they're doing right there. Little by little, they're getting closer. Another good pickup.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. He gets it to Thomas. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game.
Ready? Yellow lady, yellow lady. 11. Hey, team 6, team 6.
Back to throw. He'll have a first down inside the 10. That'll be complete to Cook. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal.
11.
Back to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown. And they've taken the lead here in the final minute. So now an extra point doesn't help much. They'll try to go for 2 to make the difference a field goal, and they can lead it by 3. To throw is Breeze. And it's incomplete. But a flag is down here, so hang on. Let's see what we've got. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
So now an extra point doesn't help much. They'll try to go for 2 to make the difference a field goal, and they can lead it by 3. To throw is Breeze. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So they're unable to stretch it to a 3-point lead. Now you got to be careful on the kickoff because a field goal obviously beats you.
Definitely, and that's why they went for 2. They wanted to make sure a field goal wouldn't beat them. Now they're in a position where they've got to cover well and make sure they don't get into range and put one through the posts.
Let's go. Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They only need a field goal. Obviously, the clock a huge factor. They'll be watching that. What do they need to do here, Charles?
Your sequence of plays has to get you out of bounds. Completions, get out of bounds, gain some yardage. Then when the clock hits 7 seconds or left, now you get a decision. Are you in field goal range, or is it Hail Mary time? Because from 7 seconds down, you don't want to take a shot that you're going to have another play.
We'll see how they handle it. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. He's back to throw, and he will find Ridley. That's complete. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game.
Tuesday.
Look to throw. Jones has it. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. And with inside of 10 seconds, 8 to be precise, we get whistles and a timeout on the field. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
51, Bravo. Here we go. 25.
Ryan to throw. And he gets this one to Ridley complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And we are set for a great finish as that timeout comes in with 2 seconds to go in this football game. And now it all rests on the right foot of their kicker. 2 seconds on the clock. This for the win. And it is good. He splits the uprights on the chip shot. And the Falcons are going to win the game. Well, a little drama there at the end, but really this thing was already decided. The late points get scored, and then it ends on the kickoff.
And I'm right there with you, partner. At the end of the game, they knew what they had to do. Just make sure you don't